This game is called Last Spire and it was made by a solo dev, and the main objective is to try to survive for 5 minutes from these blobs that are attacking our tower. Easier said than done, as you can see. Tower falls quite quickly, but there are a few upgrades we can do to improve our tower, so like damage and fire rate. All of these where you have to unlock the achievements to be able to upgrade these. That's why they're question marks. So this one's play 1 out of 4 runs, so once we've completed 4 runs we should be able to upgrade that. But survive 5 minutes is the main objective, so we're going to be upgrading along the way to try and get to 5 minutes. This game can be downloaded for free, which is pretty cool. It was more of a project from the solo dev. He's got like a little write-up on his website where it's more of a stress test for some other thing he's trying to produce. But it looked like a cool little game, so I thought I'd give it a go. I like the art style as well. It's pretty simple, but looks decent. There we go, play 4 out of 4 runs. So now we can see what the next upgrade is. So this will shoot at the nearest target, which is pretty cool. So we'll go and upgrade both of those. I don't know if we have to control that. No, we don't. Cool. So that'll do that for us, and we can just attack whatever we like. A little bit of automation is always welcome. It's definitely helped, but we only managed to survive 28 seconds, so we can't even make it to half a minute just yet. Probably going to do the Seeker for now, upgrade the Seeker, because it's automated, which means there's not really any human error, so we can't really miss with it. So keep upgrading the fire rate for now. Seeker's been upgraded quite a lot, as you can see, 3 each now, and we've also unlocked multi-shot, shoots projectiles in an arc formation. So we'll upgrade 1 of each just to see what it is. So you can, if you've got a wave of enemies coming in the same direction, it should be able to take those guys out. Again, it's automated, I think, or is it just it follows it follows the main cursor? Yeah, it does. So we're still in control of that. Can survive a little bit longer, but still not as long as we'd like. 5 minutes is going to be very, very tough. EMP damages all enemies on screen. That doesn't sound too bad, does it? We'll upgrade that once. Swords, a defensive sword that only attacks enemies in range of your tower. Click upgrade on that one time. The fire rate now of the Seeker is really good. First few seconds, they can't really get anywhere on screen because it just shoots them straight away, which is good for us. We can also survive just about a minute now, which is pretty handy. So we should be able to get some more upgrades soon enough. About to pass the minute mark. Our attack is pretty useless now, to be honest. We haven't really upgraded it. We've been upgrading all the other automated things, so we don't actually do that much damage compared to all of that other stuff. But we're over a minute, so it's definitely progressing a lot better than I thought it would. We're nearly at 500 coins as well, so that should be a nice upgrade next. Probably going to fully upgrade the Seeker weapon first, just because it is pretty useful, but seem to be getting overwhelmed a little bit now. So this might look like the end. A minute and a half isn't too bad. See how much the upgrades cost for the Seeker. 1,900. So I'm going to get these, and then we can start upgrading the rest of this stuff. Now that it's fully upgraded, it actually allows us to do an evolution. So we can either have pierces through all targets or explode. So a chance to explode on impact. I think we're going to do pierce because it's guaranteed to pierce every single time. Because obviously if there's an enemy behind the first one, it'll attack both those guys and damage both those guys. What is this? Gain an extra coin per defeated enemy. So this is just passive upgrades, which we've just unlocked by the seams. Just gain an additional 100 coins every minute mark. Doubles your base HP. A minute mark, and they're still getting... Well, they're getting a bit closer than they were before, but still nowhere near, really. They're not even in a little bit of grass area. My manual targeting isn't really doing anything, so there's not really much point in me even trying. I'll just let the automatic weapons sort of deal with all of that stuff. I'll just get 500 coins, so we should be able to get that EMP thing as well soon. It was actually the mortar which I wanted, not the EMP. We've already got that. So that should be good. I wanted to buy a passive upgrade as well. So we have a look at these and see which we want. So gain an extra coin per defeated enemy. Probably that one, because that'll basically double our income. Around 1 minute 40 seems to be our sort of downfall. We can't quite stretch to the 2 minute mark just yet. We might be able to now we've upgraded. So we'll see. Well, you can see the amount of enemies that are coming at us. It's quite intense. I don't think we're going to be able to make 2 minutes. Even though we doubled our HP. Nearly 8 seconds off. We do get a lot of coins now per run, which is great. So we've got 1,200 now. We could still do our manual mouse position and attacks, but I don't really want to do that. Multi-shot would be pretty decent. So we've got damage, projectiles. We'll do projectiles. Let's see if we can finally hit the 2 minute mark, or if we... That might even be worse. Yes, that's 2 seconds worse than last time, so... Not great. Well, we can still upgrade for now. We're going to multi-shot again and just do damage, because the damage isn't that great to begin with. Finally got past the 2 minute mark. EMP has been helping a lot because it damages all the enemies on the screen. So actually a little bit further as well. That was a little protection thing from that. So about 2 minutes 15, hopefully. Yeah, just about. But we've now unlocked runes because we've reached 2 minutes. So where are they? Down here. Rotating projectile that damages on contact. Let's get one of each. Hit timer, speed, or projectiles. Let's do speed and damage. So upgrade projectiles as well. Let's see what that is. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's just really if the enemies get close, it sort of hits them. You can see that in action now. As they rotate, they hit the enemies, and we've got our little shield up. So it's still hitting 2 minutes quite easily. Getting a lot of coins per run now, which is great. It still overwhelms us a little bit, so we need to get a few more upgrades before we can get to the 3-minute mark. Just unlocked 2 more things, and I've got beam and defense. Applies defensive upgrades to your tower. Shield recharge, shield and regeneration. Beam, sends a beam that slows enemies. We'll do beam because that sounds great. When there's a lot of enemies coming at us, definitely need to deal with those guys. Just fully upgraded the multi-shot, so now we get a choice between shoots the same number of projectiles in the opposite direction, or minigun, which is shoots much quicker projectiles in a spiral. That sounds more useful, like that, exactly. That seems like it would be great against a large group of enemies, so we'll see how that goes a bit further on in the round. A few more enemies on screen now, and it's definitely helping. It's a constant spiral now, which is pretty cool. It doesn't sort of do it every now and again. It's just constantly spinning around. Should be able to get a little bit further on, maybe 2.5 minutes if we don't die here, because they're actually getting quite close right now. The damage is maxed out on it, so we can't really do much more for the multi-shot. 2,500 coins in our bank, though, so we should be able to do some upgrades after this run. Let's see how long we survive this for. So 2 minutes, sort of 10 at the minute. Starting to take a lot of damage now. We can regenerate if we don't get that much damage, but as you can see, got overran a little bit too quickly there. What do we do now? I'm going mortars are quite good. I think the crit one's quite good. 5% chance to do double damage, so we'll purchase that. A small chance to gain extra coins per defeated enemy, and then all single target projectiles can hit one additional enemy before being destroyed. Cool. Only took a couple of runs, but we've got loads of money. All of these are now upgraded. Let's go down and do probably runes, because runes is really good. So hit timer, and then upgrade this as much as we can. Get a lot more coins now because of the passive upgrades we've been doing. Get that ball that bounces off. You can see what minute we start at now. Start at 2 minutes in. So it saves all the sort of boring first few minutes, which is basically nothing. Get right into the action, which means we can generate a lot more coins because obviously more enemies defeated equals more coins. Let's see how far we can get. So the enemies still do get closer, but the runes that are spinning around quite quickly should deal a decent amount of damage. Pretty easily got past the 3-minute mark, as you can see. So a few enemies getting close, but because we've got the shield up, they're not actually doing much damage. Of course, I'm going to say that and probably die right now because the shield is gone. But definitely doing a lot better than we were before. Yeah, shield's down now, so we're taking quite a lot of damage. But we're nearly at the 4-minute mark. We get about 4,000 plus coins per run, which isn't terrible. Means we can do quite a lot of upgrades every run. So let's go to mortar. Would be quite good for a lot of enemies, wouldn't it? I haven't even realised that one was unlocked. Choose a bouncing projectile, so we should probably upgrade all of that at least once. But I think I'm going to do the mortar because when there's a lot of enemies on screen, this will deal a lot of damage to those guys. Fully upgraded the mortar, so we can only get the one or the burn. So this sends 5 projectiles once it's exploded or burns the ground, dealing damage over time. I'm not really sure. We should probably do 1 because 5 projectiles is quite a lot, but we can upgrade a little bit more as well. So let's do defense because we haven't done much of that. So shield, recharge, and shield. See what that does. So yeah, shoots just 5 random projectiles. I mean, burning could be quite good as well, but I don't really think it matters. Definitely edging closer to the 4-minute mark. Can we just about get over it? I think we should be able to. Yeah, just about. So we're taking a lot of damage on those, so it's not ideal. We get 5,200 coins though per run, so that's a lot. We've only got about 55 seconds left before we get to the 5-minute mark. Yeah, let's do EMP and up the far right of that. So one shot of frostbite has a small chance of instantly defeating enemies, or has a small chance to cause frostbite. One shot, I think. Yeah, why not? And then what can we do for runes? Do the damage on the runes. That's nearly upgraded. So I'm going to save 2,000 and buy that also. 2 choices: signs in and out towards the base, or defense increases the amount of projectiles created. Probably the projectiles. So I'll pop that on. That's how many we get now, and it rotates pretty quickly. No gaps in it, so this should be able to help keep us alive a little bit longer. Way past where we were before on the 4-minute mark. Nearly 4.5 minutes in. Not many enemies are getting through just because those runes are constantly rotating around. We might be able to hit the 5-minute mark, maybe. I don't want to jinx it, but The runes are doing a lot of the damage, to be honest. They get close and they're instantly defeated, really. Only got 15 seconds to go. Some of the enemies are getting through, but by the time they get over there, they are dead. Now we've got 4 seconds to go. We should be able to do this. Just about. There we go. He's doing endless mode, though. That is the question, because I do want to get all the upgrades and just see how quickly it is. Game now, I'll proceed past 5 minutes. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm going to do, actually, you know what? Before we upgrade, I'm going to do a run now and see how far we would have gotten if we died. Just over 5.5 minutes, and we are still going. Probably going to die pretty soon, though. So it's interesting that we got about, well, maybe even 40 seconds. 40 seconds over the standard time that we needed to get. It's about 40 seconds, 45 seconds. That's pretty impressive. I do want to fully upgrade, though, and see how far we can go. We haven't unlocked any more passives, have we, by any chance? No, they stay the same. Let's see what we can upgrade, then. So we've still got the swords, which were actually pretty useful. When the enemies get close, it sort of hits those. So let's max upgrade that. We've got throw spinning swords towards a random enemy, or when triggered, attacks in all directions. Let's do throw. That sounds interesting. And then we'll upgrade the bouncer as well while we're here. Absolutely plenty of cash to go around. Keeps 3 bouncers on screen at all times, or slows enemies on hits. I want to do the 3. That sounds better. Mortar, we already fully upgraded that. Beam. Freeze instead of slows, causes frostbite, taking damage. Let's do that one. And then nearly fully upgraded, so I don't really see the point of, you know what, we're going to play, see how long it lasts, and then we'll fully upgrade, I think, because we should have enough money by then. Just over 6 minutes, so an extra 30 seconds-ish. Should be able to fully upgrade now that we've got 9,000, so we'll come down here and upgrade this first. Enemies that hit the base have a chance to be slowed. Restores, okay, that probably is better. Let's do that one. What do we have to upgrade? Is it literally just the first thing? Yeah, it is. It's our manual. So that's actually pretty cheap as well. 1,000 for that. So we'll quickly get that and then end the run straight away, because you can end the run early. So we've got mouse automatically shoots projectile at the nearest target, or blockade adds 3 rotating projectiles. Turret sounds better than that. So it's just basically explodes wherever I hold my mouse over, which is pretty useful. So we'll see how far we can get with all of the upgrades now. We are over the 6-minute mark again, not by much, and it seems like we might survive. That's that saving grace where it got all of its HP back. Maybe 6 minutes 30 if we're lucky. Might be possible. No, not quite. So we get to 6 minutes 25. While we're here, we might as well look at our stats. So 12,600 enemies defeated. It's 625 longest run. And 87 minutes played. I think that's in minutes. It should be like that one. 45 runs and 83,000 coins collected. But that is this game. It's pretty simple because it's made by one dev, and it wasn't even really a game in mind. It was sort of, he was experimenting with it, I'm pretty sure. If you want to check it out, it is called The Last Spire. And it was pretty cool, pretty decent game. I know it's not very long, but the visuals are quite good. Don't forget any other game suggestions in the comments. I'll play anything really, anything on Steam, anything similar to this kind of game, I'll check out. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.